So anyway, without further ado, let me introduce Dr. Aly Cohen. Dr. Cohen is integrative rheumatologist trained at Andrew Weil Center, and she's really, I consider, the premier integrative rheumatologist in the nation in Princeton. I send many patients down to her, which is an incredible resource. And she's giving a talk today on water, which is going to be amazing. So let me introduce Dr. Cohen.
I consider getting up that stairs with my skirt the greatest success of my career. So I'm going to take off my mask. This presentation doesn't do justice fully, but I'm going to do my best. Although we have all now come to know Dr. Weil for his writing, teaching, 4-7-8 breathwork technique, and of course now famous white beard, which I hope you've ensured, I'd like to point out that his leadership qualities, and many often have early roots. Dr. Weil came from humble beginnings and clearly had a tenacity for learning from the start. Dr. Weil attended the prestigious public boys' high school, Central High School, in Philadelphia, joining notable alumni that include architect Louis Kahn, painter Thomas Eakins, and the Guggenheim brothers, comedian Larry Fine of the Three Stooges, and I'm proud to say my nephrologist's father. Dr. Weil graduated from Central in 1959 and was awarded a scholarship from the American Association for the United Nations, giving him the opportunity to go abroad for the year, where he stayed with families in India, Thailand, and Greece. With a strong interest in plants from a young age, which he attributes to his mother and grandmother, Dr. Weil entered Harvard University in 1960, majoring in biology with a concentration in ethnobotany, the study of a region's plants and local flora and their use as medicines, foods, intoxicants, and clothing. Dr. Weil often expresses his shared belief with Hippocrates to revere the healing power of nature. In addition to his growing interest in medicinal plants, such as mushrooms and ancient healing traditions, Dr. Weil had an early curiosity about psychoactive drugs such as marijuana, psilocybin, and altered states of consciousness. This interest, his knowledge, and eventually his voice started to rise, writing provocative articles at the time on the topic for the Harvard Crimson student newspaper, of which he would eventually serve as editor. For the record, some 60 years later, in 2019, the first of its kind Center for Psychedelic and Consciousness Research at Johns Hopkins Medicine was established. After completing a medical internship in San Francisco, Dr. Weil decided that at the time, the traditional roadmap with a medical degree in hand was not for him. He became a freelance writer, wrote his first book, The Natural Mind, and found ways to travel around the world for a number of years, until fate played a hand in his next venture, when while traveling in Arizona, his car broke down in Tucson. As he puts it, I fell in love with the desert, met people I wanted to be with, and I stayed. Well, lucky for us. Dr. Weil has since become a world-renowned leader and pioneer in the field of integrative medicine, combining a Harvard education and a lifetime of practicing natural and preventative medicine. With the fearless mission of transforming healthcare, Dr. Weil founded the Arizona Center for Integrative Medicine at the University of Arizona in Tucson in 1997, now appropriately called the Andrew Weil Center of Integrative Medicine, AWCIM. Almost 2,000 physicians have graduated from this world-renowned fellowship to date. He serves as clinical professor of medicine, professor of public health, and Jones Level Professor of Integrative Medicine at the University of Arizona. AWCIM is also addressing the increasing demand for integrative medicine training in residency, with their training program that has now been incorporated into over 75 physician residency programs across the US. Combining the number of patients reached through fellowship graduates, health coaches, residents in training, medical students, and researchers, some 8 million patients are guided by your teachings and are quite grateful that your car broke down in Tucson many moons ago. But wait, there's more. Dr. Weil is a New York Times best-selling author, having written 15 books on health and well-being, including Mind Over Meds, Spontaneous Happiness, and Healthy Aging. In an era of plentiful, often radical guidebooks and scary health news flashes, he has provided an oasis of balance and common sense for readers. Oxford University Press is currently producing the Weil Integrative Medicine Library, which is a 17-volume academic series for clinicians, and the new Weil Oxford University Press Consumer Guidebook series that has now just begun to roll out, of which I'm proud to say my book is a member. Dr. Weil, your long and brave history of challenging the status quo of Western medicine and your ongoing mission to educate others through print, social media, television, and lectures is a testament to the beautiful and rich journey you've taken. On a personal note, the simple kindness and warmth that you've shown me over the years as I've navigated the world of authorship and education have been invaluable. You are a true embodiment of a mentor. And I know I speak not only for myself, but all of those who you have selflessly supported on their journeys. So I'd like to end this tribute with a quote from John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Thank you, Dr. Andrew Weil, for your continued leadership. On behalf of the Integrative Healthcare Symposium, I'm honored and humbled to present you with the 2022 IHS Leadership Award.
So Andrew, as Aly so well put it, thank you for everything you've done for us. We've been wanting you to come here for years to accept this award. We're so happy you're finally here with us, with part of your extended family. So I'd like to present you with this Crystal Award, the Integrative Healthcare Symposium 2022 Leadership Award to Andrew Weil.
Thank you, Woody. I'm happy to be here finally, and thank you, Aly. And gee, you've given my talk. So I can probably sit down now. Good morning.